welcome to day 21 of Vlogmas. This morning I'm just getting myself set up for finishing off the 90s that I started last week. So I've got my fabric all cut out and ready, my pins for pinning it all together, coffee when it's brewed to keep me going, some bias binding and other bits of trim that I might add on, the most basic bog standard sewing machine that there ever was possible to buy, because I don't have a fancy sewing machine, because all I ever use it for is doing straight stitching when I'm in a hurry. If I've got more complicated stitching or more time, I will generally sew things by hand. And I've got the tripod set up for possibly doing a bit of filming depending on how it goes. Right, wish me luck. I think I've got about maybe 2 hours before the girls come back and I have to have everything finished and hidden away in time for Christmas. Well, I've finished more or less the sewing. Oh, and I really like them. They're not perfect by any means, but here's my youngest's. Now, I should say, I haven't finished the hems or done the bias binding around the necklines, because I'll do that by hand probably tonight after they've gone to bed. But this is the... Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to... Hang on. Yo. I'll put some pictures in as well. But this one has sleeves. The one for my eldest does not. And this one has an open front as well. So I'll attach a little bit of ribbon so she can fasten it in a bow at the front, and I'll do bias binding around the armholes for that as well. But oh, as I've been making them, because I wanted them to be full length 90s, they just seem so long, and I'm sewing and thinking, surely my babies can't be that big. See, Eddie agrees as well. He doesn't think that they should be that tall either. What's the matter, you? They've gone shopping. Oh, so shouty. I better go see what he wants. Right, well, we're at the end of day 21. Yeah, 21. And this afternoon me and the girls used some cardboard packaging and some potatoes, do some potato printing on the packaging to turn into labels for Christmas presents. So they actually turned out quite well, and I'll put some pictures in just here. But the girls had loads of fun and I had fun. And they actually looked better than I was expecting them to. Sorry, there's a pile on the table there. What else have I done? I found the fabric out that we can use as a tablecloth for Christmas Day. It was some old curtains I got from a charity shop with the intention of sewing them into a hammock for in the garden. but then somebody else gave us a hammock, so we didn't need them anymore. So I've kept them to one side, and because they're sort of beige and cream and red, I thought they would work as a tablecloth for Christmas, because the napkins that I've got are a beige linen, so I thought they'd work well together. And then I've been crocheting some little flowers to go on a dress that I bought for my niece from a charity shop as her Christmas present, so I thought I'll crochet some flowers just to bling it up a little bit and make it a bit more exciting and interesting. She's only 5 months old, so I don't think she's really going to notice, but it made me happy. And I'm just about to make myself a cup of tea and then go and do a bit of knitting before I go to bed. The girls are both asleep now, and Mark's gone to bed poorly because he's got lurg as well now, so I'm hoping that the rest of us can avoid it for next week, and that he starts feeling a bit better before Christmas Day. Oh, poor thing. Anyway, I'll go make myself a cup of tea and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Night night. Hello, we're on day 22 of Vlogmas. It's now actually evening time. I'm just sat wrapped in a blanket because it's a bit chilly. Today I've been trying to get the children to tidy up, which has been a bit of an uphill struggle because whilst they've got all sorts of certificates from school for being helpful and tidying and considerate, when it comes to tidying at home, it's a very different story. But yes, I finished off making some more labels with the girls, and then this afternoon we went to the carol service at the local church, and I discovered that there is more than one tune to While Shepherds Watch Their Flocks by Night. It was an interesting challenge to try and adapt to the new tune while singing it. Yes. Still, I'll be prepared next year. Oh, Oedipus. But yes, it was lovely. I love singing. And I got to sing in the Bleak Midwinter, which is my favourite carol. And Mark and the girls went with me, and they seemed to enjoy it as well. So that was nice. And then I've not done much else actually. At least I don't think I have. Oh, we've planned the food shopping and the menu for Christmas Day proper. So I've had a big pile of cookery books out on the table, getting everything ticked off and planned. So that was quite interesting. Let's just hope it all comes together on Christmas Day now. Tonight, everyone else has gone to bed. It's 10:20 and I'm just about to start on my secret business Christmas knitting. So I'm going to work a bit more on the black cardigan that I'm knitting for my eldest, see if I can get that finished tonight, because I've just got 2 sleeves to do, and then possibly do a bit more on the socks that I'm knitting as well, depending. I'm going to watch some old episodes of Sherlock Holmes. The BBC have just put the entire back catalogue of the Benedict Cumberbatch version of Sherlock Holmes on iPlayer, so I've been working my way through those steadily. Basil Rathbone is still my favourite Sherlock, but I do quite like the Benedict Cumberbatch versions as well. So get myself a cup of tea and go do some knitting. Hello and welcome to day 23 of Vlogmas. I'm not sure how noisy this road will be, but we'll try. I've just been to my local wool shop. It's its last day of trading today. They're going to an online only business after Christmas, so I was just stocking up on the bits and bobs that I needed while I could get a chance. It's the third time I've been in since they announced they were closing, and I don't think I'm going to need to buy any wool at all next year. Oh, never mind. It's a bit rainy. My local wool shop, it's about 5 miles away, but the buses are only once every hour. And because the cafe in the wool shop isn't open on a Monday, I've not been able to waste time or kill time eating cake and drinking tea. So I'm walking back home. The next village along I can get a bus from, so potentially I've only got about a mile to walk, but I might just walk the whole 5 miles because I need to get off the bus early anyway to pick up the meat from the butchers. Now, I know I said the other day that there weren't many Christmas decorations out and about, but these couple of villages that I've been through at the moment, I've got way more than any of the others nearer to our house, so it's making me feel very, very festive. But those old ladies look at me funny now, so I'll probably best put my phone away, and I'll speak to you later. Good morning, and it's day 24 of Vlogmas. Yeah, where am I up to? I've still got 2 presents left to finish knitting, and it's Christmas Eve. That that might not go too well. Yes, I tried to get the girls were getting a bit excited yesterday and a bit, oh, it's all presents, stuff. So we tried to get them to think a bit more about what Christmas is actually about and being kind to other people and things. So when Matt took them to do I'm going a bit bright there, to do the food shopping yesterday, he also made them pick some bits and bobs out for donating to the food bank, just to remind them that not everybody is as privileged as them at Christmas. And then yesterday afternoon I had the girls helping, well, Mark had one girl and I had the other, helping us wrap presents for other people, just to reinforce again that it was not just about them getting stuff. And now they've gone out visiting one of our old neighbours who lives on her own, so they've gone round to spend a couple of hours with her whilst I finish off all the rest of the jobs that need doing here. So yes, today I've got to somehow finish at least one of the Christmas knitting presents. The other one I don't need to give away until Boxing Day, so that's not too bad. Make some profiteroles for eating tomorrow, because that's what we're having instead of Christmas pudding, because we only ever have my mum's Christmas pudding, so we'll have that Boxing Day. Oh crikey, that very bad video technique this morning. Yeah, so I've got to do profiteroles, knitting, tidy the house, right, well, I've remembered what I need to do now, or rather I've checked the 3 lists that I have on the go and worked out. Oh, it's getting quite dark. Ooh. Here we go. Worked out what I need to do now. I still need to go to the post office, which is hence the speedy getting dressed, and post a parcel. I know it's not going to get there in time for Christmas, but it's on its way. That counts. And make the braised red cabbage for tomorrow. See, I've forgotten again. Where's the list? Squeeze another load of washing on. That can be tumbled and put away before tomorrow. And somehow make a centrepiece for the table for dinner tomorrow as well. And I'll be using holly and ivy from in the garden to do the centrepiece, but it's meant to be bad luck to bring it in before Christmas Eve. Although having read that, I'm now reading the book, the Merry Midwinter book, which says about having it in long before that. So I don't really know, but we don't bring it in until Christmas Eve, so we'll probably do that later on this afternoon. Right, let's get to the post office before it closes.